Welcome to day 4 of our Viking River cruise. It's April 7th, 2016, and we're docking in Mannheim, Worms, and Rudesheim, Germany today with a visit to Heidleberg Castle. The ship was supposed to arrive in Mannheim in the wee hours of April 7th, where tour buses would pick us up and take us to Heidleberg Castle. But due to construction on some of the river locks, the ship encountered delays and sunrise found us a little short of our goal. The tour buses picked us up at an alternate docking site. The ship continued on upriver, where we will meet with it later in Worms, Germany. It was a little cloudy and overcast as we headed for the castle. Eventually we were met with some mild rain, so we pulled out our umbrellas and slickers and carried on with smiles on our faces. This castle was built in the early 13th century and was the residence of the Palatine monarchy through the 18th century. It was abandoned about 300 years ago and is still partially in ruins, though some areas are undergoing restoration, and they do hold wedding ceremonies here. Heidleberg Castle is home to the world's largest wine barrel, a 250-year-old vat shaped from 130 oak trees that once held 50,000 gallons of wine. Unfortunately for us, it's empty now. Apparently, not only do they hold weddings here, they also hold other special events. Look at this sign we found on the wall. There's going to be a geocaching event here in the castle in the next couple of weeks. After our tour of the castle, we enjoyed some free time to wander the streets of the city and do a little shopping and sightseeing before boarding the bus to meet back up with the ship. Once all the passengers were safely back on board, we cast off to head for our early evening docking in Rudesheim, Germany. It was a little chilly, but Tony and I snuggled down in some blankets on the upper deck for the afternoon to watch the beautiful scenery and the other river traffic going by. In Rudesheim, Tony and I embarked to wander and do a little geocaching. Along the way, we encountered this pair of ducks and their little pile of ducklings on the riverbank. We eventually made our way to a churchyard where the cache was hidden. Unfortunately for us, the description and the hints were all in German, so we had to stop 3 different pedestrians before we could finally get it translated. The guy had never heard of geocaching, so he stuck around to help us hunt. We quickly found the cache behind a rock in the stone church fence, our first German geocache. We returned to the ship in time to enjoy our evening meal, followed by a performance called The Sound of Europe, provided by a pair of local musicians. Afterwards, we drifted down to our cabin for a good night's sleep, the end of day 4.